See, I told you I don't know how to rap.
Boy, do we have a present for you today.
Don't stop, do it. Don't stop, do it.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dudes.
Dudettes. Gifts. Everybody gives them, everybody receives them. From birthdays to anniversaries and even holidays. Here in the States, it's Christmas. But can you wrap your gifts in a way that makes what's on the outside look as exciting as what's on the inside? We've got 3 techniques this week to show you how to do just that. Check it out.
To start, we need to measure 2 times the length of our package and then 3 times the width and height. Starting with one corner of the present out towards you on a diagonal to the paper, you want to begin wrapping. When you get to the last 2 sides, it can be a little tricky, but after you play with the paper for a minute, you'll get it to lay perfect. On the front, you'll notice a nice little fold. We're going to use this to hold our name tag. Simply take a scrap piece of paper, write the name on it, test fit it to make sure it's going to sit where you would like it to, and then tape it in place. For our next wrapping technique, you're going to need a piece of string, yarn, anything you can use that's going to allow you to pull. Go ahead and cut your paper to size and then measure your string so that it is a few inches longer than your wrapping paper. Place your present in the middle and wrap like you would normally, making sure to leave the tail of the string out of the paper. When you tape, make sure you tape above and below this string and not directly on it. This string is going to make it easy for babies and toddlers to open the presents, as well as anyone that doesn't have fingernails or might struggle a little bit. To hide the ribbon and make it not look so unusual, I simply tied a bow around the rest of the package. I used a spare piece of wrapping paper to make a name tag, folded it on a diagonal, and taped it to the package. For our third technique, we're going to learn how to make a paper bag out of wrapping paper. This is really great if you don't have any bags or just want to make a customized one so it'll fit in with the rest of your presents. First, you want to measure your present. Your bag needs to be a little bit bigger than twice the size of your present. You want to start by taping along the seam after you make a cylinder with your wrapping paper. Make sure your design is facing the correct way. After this, you want to fold up the bottom. I went about 4 inches. Once you fold it up, you're going to simply unfold it slightly, and that's going to allow you to make these 2 triangles. Then you're going to fold those down to meet in the middle and tape it very well, especially if you're going to try and put anything heavy in these. Square off your edges, add your present, and then you can pull and make seams on the sides so that it'll fold easier. Now I'm going to show you how to make an easy bow. You want to take your piece of paper and fold it in half long ways and then short ways. After this, you should be left with a solid piece of paper on one edge and on the top. You want to cut along that edge seam which will give you 4 individual pieces of paper. Do not cut this all the way to the top. You want to leave about an inch or so that you have something to hold the bow to. And if you'll make a fold along that line, it'll make it super easy when you make the rest of your cuts. Make cuts in the paper going up to this line. Do not go over it. Make as few or as many as you would like. After this, we're going to use a simple curling technique. Open your scissors and go to the flat part of the blade. Carefully pull this along the paper with your thumb or finger on top of it. Some of your paper will probably tear, but the overall effect will not be bothered. Work slowly and steadily and you should get by without much damage at all. Continue doing this for the rest of the pieces. Once you're done, you're going to fold the top of the bow into thirds. And this is just to make it a little bit easier to attach to our package. Fluff your bow out however you would like. And then once you find the seam on your bag, you want to attach this to the opposite side. That way it's on the front.
Alright, that's all the time we have for this episode, and we hope that whether you celebrate Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, or Christmas, it's full of good times and cheer for everyone.
And remember, if you enjoyed this week's video, make sure you nail
that like button, hammer that subscribe button, and be back next week for the next video.